Mom, where's my passport?
Hello and welcome to I Am Not Your Tour Guide, but I am your host, Starla Skelton. This is a podcast where travelers become storytellers. So today on my podcast, I'm going to do something very special for me because I can, because it's my podcast. So I'm going to start off today's podcast with a quote. Because for those of you who do know me, know that I am a huge quote nerd. And so here we go. This is from Katherine Harrison. She says, "We are taught to expect unconditional love from our parents, but I think it is more the gift our children give us. It's they who love us helplessly, no matter what or who we are." So I really felt a connection to that quote, to those words, because I am fortunate to have a daughter that has loved me through mistakes and through times we didn't have any money and through times I lost my temper and through times that I didn't know how to help her. And so now, almost 18 years later, I have a daughter that I can sit and talk with about all these little things that make up life. And so today, she has joined me to give me her incredible perspective on travel as a teenager, as a younger person, as somebody who has grown up traveling domestically and internationally. So say hello to my beautiful daughter who just graduated high school last week, Coral Ava Hafsa.
Hello.
That was quite the intro, wasn't it?
Yes. I loved it.
Were you just eating those words up, hanging on to every word?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super proud of you.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to say it, and then
Thank you.
we'll have it on a podcast. So, 20 yeyears from now, when, if you hate me, you can be like, I need to go back and listen to that podcast.
I don't think that would ever happen, but I know what you mean.
So if I start crying at any of this, just tell me to suck it up. Okay. So let's talk a little travel. You know me more than anybody in this world. You know that's what I love to talk. Yeah. And so thank you for taking the time and doing this with me. So,
of course.
Some people don't even start thinking about getting a passport until they're grown, until they're out of their parents' house, stuff like that. We have been really fortunate enough to take some really cool trips together. So a couple years ago, you and we were able to take this one trip to Morocco and Paris. We had, about 40 hours in Paris, and then we had a couple weeks in Morocco. So from your perspective as a teenager, because you were 14?
I think so.
Ish?
Yeah, like 13, 14.
13, 14?
Yeah,
okay.
One of those.
Okay, so from a perspective as an early teen, were you just like, ugh, I gotta go on this trip with my mom? Or were you like, yeah, this is pretty cool? Or what were your feelings?
I feel like I've always been excited to go on trips with you because, my first trip was literally 1 year old to Honduras. And I feel like every year we go somewhere. So I've just grown into that excitement. I don't think I've ever been unexcited to go on a trip, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So whenever I said Morocco and Paris, were your first thoughts, ooh, Paris? Because you know more about that, right?
Yeah, no. I'm going to be honest. At first, I was like, ooh, Paris is cool. And then Morocco, I was like, I've heard of it, but I don't know a lot about it. It's not the most popular, but I was very open-minded.
Yeah. Okay. So you felt you were excited.
Yeah. But honestly, as I'm older, I like Morocco better than Paris. No offense to Paris. It's cool to visit, but the only thing that I really liked was the Eiffel Tower. And I feel like Morocco, you just do more. There's more things to see instead of a city.
Okay. All right. So during our trip, and we started out in Morocco, was there ever a point during the trip where you were a little scared?
I'd say only one time, and it was whenever the car broke down. And we were like in the middle of the desert, and the only thing around us was this little guy living in his little like clay house. And he invited us in, didn't speak English. And I wasn't scared of him at all. I was just, scared that we were going to be there forever.
Like, of the situation.
Yeah, because, like, it was the middle of nowhere, and it took, 2 hours for people to come out there and fix it?
Yeah, but do you remember that we first had that one guy to come in and look? He popped the hood of the car to try to see what was wrong. And then an hour later, how many guys do you think we had there looking at it? Maybe 12, 13.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
it was a lot, but it took forever.
Yeah, it did. And then I think my favorite part was them taking Ryan. He just like hopped on the back of a motorcycle.
Yeah. That was funny.
I don't even know where the motorcycle came from. I think he drove it out of the back of the hut that we were in.
Didn't that guy give it to us, like the one that offered us tea in his little hut?
Yeah. That was, even though it was scary for a moment, it was kind of cool looking back at it now because of how much help everybody was.
Yeah. No, everyone was super nice.
Yeah. They didn't know us, but they were like, we're gonna help you. Yeah. So that was definitely pretty special. Yeah. Well, what about, what did you think that the most adventurous part of the trip was?
Probably the Sahara Desert. I don't know. That was just very fun. We had to drive a while to get there. I think it took us 2 days to get there, maybe?
I don't even remember.
Yeah, me neither. And so that was really fun because we had to drive all the way there and then get on the camels. And it was just very adventurous because I've never slept in a desert. And the first desert was the Sahara Desert. So that's very cool. And I don't know, just having to use the bathroom out there, you're not around anything at all. Nothing except for your little tents that everyone had, but I thought it was super fun.
Yeah. What did you think about the fire that they set that night with the music? Because I know, you're a huge music fan, so what did you think about that?
Oh, that was, I don't know, I really liked it. I like hearing other, cultures or countries, play music. I feel like music is just a worldwide thing that everyone loves, and just to hear, different music, it was nice, and I had a lot of fun. They incorporated us into it, so they got me to play some music, and it was very fun.
Yeah. I like how you said about music being a worldwide thing. It's something, wouldn't you say it's something that can bring anybody together? Even if you don't speak the same language?
Yeah, I don't think I've met anyone that doesn't like music. I feel like everybody listens to music. So I think music is just something that everybody loves, and it can definitely bring you together and have a good time and
so
find new friends.
That's true. Make new friends through it.
Yeah.
So even if you don't understand the words of the music, or how about this, of the people around you, do you ever get nervous during your travels, specifically that trip, but in general, do you ever get nervous of the language barriers?
Sometimes, because, I don't know, it's a little frustrating sometimes whenever no one else, you don't speak anyone else's language. Whenever the car broke down, that guy spoke no English at all. I don't even remember how we communicated with him. I think we just did, charades, I guess.
Right. Even though we were on his turf, so we're the ones who probably should have used some Arabic.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah.
That was definitely on us.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But it's nothing, I don't know, it's just...
You get nervous, but it's not a nervousness that would keep you from traveling?
Oh, yeah, no, definitely not. Because I feel like in almost every country, at least a couple of people speak English, or they do have people who do speak English to help.
Okay. So what about your favorite memory from Morocco? So, if somebody was traveling there and they were tell me one thing that I need to do when I go to Morocco, what's something that stands out in your mind that you would say, yeah, you would need to go there?
Probably the markets. You can see a lot to see. There's a lot to learn. You just get to see how people's culture is, and I think that it's very important that people learn about different people's cultures, because it's just respectful, and we're all living in this world, so you might as well know. And just so if you do go to the countries, you're not disrespecting anything or doing anything wrong to disrespect their culture,
Did you think that the markets reminded you of Aladdin in any way?
A little, yeah, to be honest. Yeah, like, a bunch of jewelry, food, just anything.
Rugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like anything. Anything and everything.
But I like any markets in any country I've been to.
See the everyday lives of people working as well.
Yeah, exactly. You see something new every time that you go to a market or something. Yeah.
That's true. So I know that you have flown a couple different times by yourself to different places. Mm-hmm. One of them, I think the most recent one was Honduras.
Yeah.
And you stayed there for 2 or 3 weeks. So do you have any advice for young people that are just starting to travel? Like, as far as don't be nervous, or do you have any advice?
Yeah, definitely don't be nervous, because you'll enjoy it whenever you get there and you get going. But I feel like something that is very important is you do as much research as you can on the place that you're going, because you never know what could happen. You don't want to, places might be pretty online, but there's a lot of dangerous areas. And you need to be very organized and well planned out, because you never know what could happen and you just want to be safe as possible.
This is a question that I might ask you 5 years from now, but do you think that planning everything to like down to the very last bit, do you think that takes away any of the adventure of the trip?
Yeah, don't plan out like every single detail, because sometimes it is fun to not know what you're gonna do. I don't know, like I feel like we've had a lot of times where we didn't really plan out the day that afterwards, but we just kind of went with it, and it ended up being fun and adventurous. And even getting lost sometimes is fun. Just the adventure of it. You get to see different things. You're with other people, so it might be fun. Yeah, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if you get lost with your friends, as long as you get back safe. But, you're just there in the moment.
Yeah. Is there, if you had like a dream trip that you could take with you and your best friends right now, where would you go?
Maybe like somewhere in Mexico. I remember going to
Cozumel?
Yeah, Cozumel, and that was really pretty. And I feel like as younger people, that's something that they would enjoy more. But, there are some places where teens might not be as open to going than adults. Or somewhere in Italy, the sightseeing would be really nice.
Okay. So one of the components of travel is being flexible, right? Like, that's what Poppy always said. He was like, gotta be flexible. So things that you have learned while traveling over these couple, through your lifetime, has any of these things you've learned helped you in your everyday life?
Yeah, patience has definitely been something, because I feel like Honduras, Morocco, really anywhere we've gone, we've had to drive far, and you have to have patience, to be able to sit in the car, maybe even in the heat, and drive for like 3 hours to get somewhere. It just teaches you a lot of patience.
That definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
So you're a music fanatic. I know that. Listeners may not know that. But do you have a specific song or like genre of song that you like to listen to whenever you do travel?
There is a lot that I kind of wrote down, but I'll be brief. And,
okay.
Do my main ones. I definitely say anything by, I don't know if I'm pronouncing the first name right, Sufjan Stevens.
Okay.
Yeah, he has very soft music, but I don't know how to explain it. It's just very peaceful, but gets you kind of in a up mood, I guess. It's just very calm music. Anything by Coldplay. I don't know what it is about Coldplay. They're just,
when you're traveling,
again, calm. I like calm music whenever I'm traveling. Brazil by Declan McKenna is a very good song. I just feel like it brings out a lot of happiness. It kind of gets you in a bright mood. It's a little, just reminds me of like being adventurous, I guess. And anything by like Tame Impala, he just has, I don't know how to explain it. It's, again, calm music. If y'all haven't heard any of these artists or songs, y'all should definitely listen to it.
Okay. All right. I like that. And do you make a playlist before you go? I don't even know.
I actually don't, but I make sure that all of my playlists are downloaded.
Mm-hmm.
And
Probably smart.
yeah, because, internet isn't the best everywhere, but as long as I have my music downloaded, I'll be all good.
Yeah. As somebody that's your age, besides music, is there anything that you wouldn't want to leave home without?
Definitely something to do, like a book or something to draw with, because, again, a lot of the times whenever you go to different countries, you're not going to have the best internet.
Maybe sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah. But also, I feel
there's an international data plan, so.
Oh, that's true.
Phones, that's true. You can get.
But also, I feel like your phone shouldn't be the only thing that you bring for entertainment, because you just need to enjoy the moment. Like, I feel like one of the big points of traveling is to get away from stuff like that, like the internet, social media. Just enjoy the moment. Look around. Look at the nature. Like, notice everything around you. Just be, like, aware.
Yeah.
It's also healthier for the brain to take a break,
100%. Yeah. I think more people should listen to you when they travel, when it comes to just don't be on your phone the whole time.
Yeah, no, I like listening to music. I like playing games sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I like bringing a book with me and making it a goal to finish that book or something by the time I get back.
That 5 crowns. Those 5 crowns.
Yep, I'm not competitive whatsoever, but that game brings out the competition in me.
It does. Yeah. And I don't know how you are annoyingly good at it. I don't know how you win.
Luck and skill, that's all I can say.
You beat me every time we play. I don't even understand.
That's why I love it so much, because I know I'll win.
That's funny. So for the listeners, you just going to let them know you do love a thrift store. Mm-hmm. You love a good deal. Mm-hmm. You don't pay a full price for very much. So My question is, when you get to the point where you start to have to pay for your own travel, because thus far, mm-hmm. I mean, I've paid for everything, which is what I'm supposed to do because I'm your mother and you're not even 18 yet, but you're about to be at that point mm-hmm. where you're going to have to pay for, your travels and stuff. So do you think traveling and plane tickets and bus rides and ferries and Amtraks and stuff like that, do you think that's something you will spend your money on?
Oh yeah, 100%. I feel like for the first couple of years, as I'm getting to like that adult age and kind of buying everything like for myself, like tickets and stuff, I feel like I probably won't travel as much with planes. I'll probably do more trains or a car or something like that. I feel like I'll do more road trips mm-hmm. in the US just because plane tickets are expensive. But I still really do like road trips in the U.S. It's still a lot of adventure. I have not been to a couple places in the U.S., but, obviously not all 50 states, so.
Yeah, but you've been to, I don't remember. I should have counted. It's down. I've got it all written down.
Yeah.
But you've been to quite a few, at least 20.
But
that's pretty good.
I feel like the next year, definitely I'll be traveling the West Coast way more.
Well, just for anybody who doesn't know, you and I were moving to Seattle this fall. So once we get to Seattle, there are so many road trips you can take from there.
I'm already planning out some places to go.
Yeah, that'll be fun for sure. And I know we've never been to California together, so I know that's something that you're excited about.
I've actually never been to California, ever.
And you're ready.
Not just LA, but like anywhere in California, ever.
I know that's your thing. You've been talking about it since you were
and I know like a lot of people are like, oh, it's not even like, it's not that great, but I still want to visit it just to say that I can go to LA, see what it's like out there, because I've never been there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel like that.
Yeah.
And there are some places that I wouldn't necessarily think would be my thing, but I still want to go visit, and I still want to see, and I still want to check it out. And I feel you on that. Like, it might not be,
like the funnest adventure, but it's still a trip.
It's something you want to look.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not every place you go is going to be the best place you go. Yeah. Right? I mean, some places you just want to see, just check it out, see how different it is, see how they live.
Yeah, I want to see all the...
Yeah, because California is very different from where we live in Georgia.
Yeah, I want to see all of the Hollywood people, I guess. I don't know, like how they live and see what all there is to do around.
Okay. So just to kind of wrap it up, do you have a favorite moment in a trip? Any trip that we've taken?
Oof.
That kind of stands out to you?
Oof. One thing that I really, really loved was, like, Honduras has always been kind of like a second home to me. I'm not gonna lie, because I've been there so many times. I have friends down there, people that feel like they're family down there, like, who live down there. So I've had a lot of great memories there, but one of them is whenever the medical team went to, I think, a church, and I got my little scrubs on, and I was face painting for kids and making, like, animal balloons and stuff for them. I don't know, it just felt really special to do that because they were just so happy, and I loved seeing all of the kids happy. It makes me happy to see them happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's definitely special.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad that's I know Nana and Poppy will be happy that's one of your favorite memories.
Yeah, I don't know, it's something I'll always remember, definitely.
Yeah.
Just being able to help them out like that.
That's
even
awesome.
If I wasn't passing out medicine or anything like that.
Yeah.
I still made it fun for them. That they'll enjoy it. It makes them happy.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, no, I like all of your perspectives on travel. So if somebody that's your age is just getting ready they're thinking about traveling, they're thinking about getting out there and going on a trip, do you have any advice for them?
Like I said before, be careful, plan out, just have an open mind, be safe, don't think that you're overthinking anything. Always have that gut feeling with you. Don't overthink about a place that you want to go. So if you're like, oh, I want to go here, but I'm not really sure, like, is it going to be worth it? Just go. Because you only live once. Just go do it. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but you need to try and do it because you could end up loving it. And it's just an adventure. It's good for your mental health, for just everything, Just do it. Don't try and have any regrets.
No, that's good advice. Yeah. I like it. So, I read something that your boy Johnny Depp said. He said, music touches us emotionally where words alone can't.
Yeah.
So, I wrote you a song. I'm just kidding.
Really? Are you actually kidding, or are you being for real?
No, I'm kidding. I just wanted to see your face whenever I said I wrote you a song.
I didn't think it was going to be bad. I just was surprised because I've never heard you say that you've written a song ever.
Well, I don't sing, and you know that. You know, it's terrible. That was cute. Your face was terrified, and that was awesome.
If you said poem, that would have been...
That would have made more sense.
Yeah, but song, I was like, is she going to sing, or is she going to say the words?
Oh goodness, no. So I had written down that quote for you a long time ago, and so I was kind of reading through one of the journals that I kept for you, which, as you know, is something that I've done since I was pregnant with you. And so I was just going to read you a little portion about one of our travels in the journal. And so this was back in 2016, and I said, "We are in Jekyll Island today. I am writing and watching you swim with your snorkel and mask. You really do live up to your name. You're like a fish in that water, a beautiful rare fish that tolerates the land but belongs in the sea. You have been in the ocean and in the pool for 3 days now, and you're so content. It's so peaceful to watch. We have been biking all around the island and enjoying each other's company. It has been such a relaxing us trip. I wonder where I'm going to take you next." So I wrote that down, just to, at the time, just so that I could remember the little moments, the little trips, anything was fun. Any sort of travels was fun. And so that question, I wonder where I'm going to take you next, I hope that's something that I always ask you. And even as you grow older, I'm excited to get to sit on the sidelines, cheer you on as you take your own me trips. That's what we call them. I can't wait to look at your pictures. I can't wait to see what you're looking at through your eyes, through your version of the world. So wherever life takes you, I will be endlessly proud of you. Your ability to listen to others and your voluntary effort at being kind to other people inspires me. So thank you for your love of imperfections, for staying strong in tough situations, and for always sharing your food with me. And just know that I'll always be thinking, I wonder where I'm going to take you next. Oh, I'm so sweet. Yes. Yeah, so I'm just excited. I'm excited that you enjoy travel on your own. I'm excited it's something that you want to do on your own. I mean, without me. I mean, that's one of the fun parts of life is watching your kids grow into their own person and seeing, what they enjoy doing. Thank you for taking the time and talking to me.
Of course.
Yeah.
This was fun. I enjoyed it.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Right. Well, I love your face.
I love you too.
All right. So, Matt, you graduated.
Yay! Yes.
All right, baby. Thanks for doing this.
Of course.
We're peacing out.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is prohibited on the entire aircraft, including the lavatories. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the lavatory smoke detectors is prohibited by law. If you have any questions about our flight today, please don't hesitate to ask one of our flight attendants.